Hello, welcome again to our lecture series. My name is Sheyi Fabi. We are on GIS lecture series number 25. We want to continue on enterprise GIS for urban administration. And we are looking at today, we want to look at the land use mapping, change analysis, and general data collection for preparation of planning scheme, preparation of master plan, and specifically we are going to look at how Google Earth can help us in preparing planning scheme, and now we can use it for also master plan preparation. We will not be able to complete these lectures, this all this in this lecture, but in the subsequent lecture, we are going to conclude it. And the focus of this lecture series is how to use a low budget implementation of GIS or enterprise GIS in urban administration. Urban administration include housing development, planning, land surveying, and all sort of transportation planning and transport management, and all sort of activities taking place by urban gatekeepers that's being handled by urban gatekeepers. Sometimes planners are expected to prepare planning scheme for a growth center. They are also expected to prepare master plan or a mini master plan for a campus, for the university, for a polytechnic, or they are supposed to prepare a sort of scheme for a particular area, maybe an estate. They need to know what has happened in the past. One of the things they need to do that is required for planning activity is the land use change analysis. They want to know what has happened in the past and what has happened now, and they may want to descant into the factors, causative factors that encourage and allow those changes to take place before you can project into the future, before you can project into the land requirement for land uses in the future. You must understand the trend in the past. That is why it's very, very important that planners or urban gatekeepers who are involved in urban administration, before they can prepare a planning scheme or they want to prepare a master plan for the future development to take care or to accommodate future development, they must understand the previous changes that have been taking place. And we are going to use Google Earth to understand how we can understand what has happened in the past. And we are going to, some of these data are available for free, and they can easily be extracted and be used for analysis. First thing we want to do, an Epic Collect 5 is an open source data collection uh, system that has been used by a lot of planners to collect data from the field so that they can integrate the databases into the attribute data that are collected from the field by want to understand what is happening, by what is the nature of the house, what are the occupancy ratio of the house, how many buildings are there, how many rooms are there, how many rooms are occupied, what is the number of people that are there. So we need to collect this data because all of them are required in managing, in preparing the planning scheme to accommodate future population and also preparing master plan to take care of land uses in the future. So the first thing we need to do now is to first go to Google Earth. If you don't have Google Earth, you can download Google Earth. The way to get download Google Earth is you go to your browser, preferably you use Chrome browser. If you use Chrome browser, you can uh, type Google Earth Engine. Google Earth. Google Earth Engine is another thing. Google Earth. So you want to download Google Earth, and if you download Google Earth, it gives you, or you can have access to all the images. But because I have downloaded Google Earth on my system, I don't need to re-download it. But this is how you download. Once you have this, you can scroll down, and then you can launch, because say you can download if you have not, but because I have it on my system, you can launch. And once you launch Google Earth, it takes you, but you must understand that you are supposed to be on the internet. You must be connected to the internet before you can access this Google Earth. Once you have this Google Earth, my friend, you are good to go. A lot of opportunities and facilities and tools are available on Google Earth, which you can use, which urban gatekeepers can use to do a lot of processes, and you can download images, you can extract images, you can do a lot of activities, but we cannot explore all of them for the time being. So I'm going to launch my own Google, the one that I've installed on my system. I will click on stop this, and I go to my Google Earth that have been installed. I downloaded Google Earth Pro, which is more Google Earth Pro, which is more dynamic. It also include. I also register for Google Earth Engine. Google Earth Engine allows you to do a lot of coding, but we are not. You have to register to have a license for that. Though the license is free also, you can download your Google Earth Engine. So if you have downloaded your Google Earth Engine, as I have, you you can go to, let's say you want to work on Oluyole Ibadan. Oluyole. You type here Oluyole Ibadan, Nigeria. You search. It takes you to where Oluyole is around in the Ibadan area. This Oluyole, it is just zoom to that place, and then you can, let's want to prepare a planning scheme for Oluyole area, and let's have a hypothetical area for our activity. So you can go to this uh, add polygon. So you want to select your study area. You want to select your project area. So you click on this, and then we want to say, want to just create an hypothetical polygon boundary. Once we finish, you double click, and this has given you the study area. Then you go to the style and color. The color of the line, you can increase it to be this, and then opacity, that is how we want it to be. Opacity is 50 opacity is 50%. Opacity, the opposite of opacity is transparency. So if you want, you want the line to be visible, but you don't want the color to be visible, so you made the opacity to be 20%, which means transparency is 80%. You can even increase it, but if you increase the opacity, it will block. You can see that this color is being blocked. So but now we want is 57, and if you change what is the color we want, let's say you want to red color. So this is that become, but we want to be able to see what is behind the what is behind the image behind. So we can make the opacity to increase and of opacity to increase, while transparency decrease, opacity decreases while transparency increases. So we have made it, or let's make it 7% now, and then we say, okay, so this is our area of the study area. So you now go to up here, we have a lot of, if you zoom, the zoom button here is here. You zoom and you can see the area currently. This is what is happening in Oluyole, and it is the area, the current image of Oluyole. But you have a lot of tools here where we pick the tool for to add the polygon. The next to it, there's a tool show historical imagery. Use this time slider. So you click on the time slider, and then you can check the images. The latest image for this area is 4th April 2021, just now, just this month, the last image of this place. Well, let's check previous images. Let's check the images for 1985. The image of the place 1985. If it is dim like this, that shows that there may not be image for that place for that year. So let's check 1990. If it's also dim, that means there's no image for the place. So let's go to 2003. 2003, you can see the area in 2003. 2003. Let's check what is happening in 2007. 2007. See, this is the area in 2007. You can check some of these land uses. You can zoom in. That means you enlarge it to see what is happening around this area. Most of this area was in 2007 was water body, marshy area, and no undevelopable land. That is in 2007. But by the time you move to 2010, some of this area, 2010, 2013, some of this area have been built. You can see so the area that was waterlogged, was basically marshy area in 2007 had become built. Let's go back again to 2005. This area was marshy area, unbuildable, which were waterlogged area, which are floodplain or the river channel. But when you get to 2014, it has been heavily built. You can see this area construction is going on here. These are uncompleted building that are already going on. When you get that 2014, when you get to 2017, it is heavily built. In fact, it's already cleared. The new construction are taking place here, and then when you get to 2018, wow, this area is already built up. Already built up already built up, and you can see when you get to 2020, it is fully built up. Now you can see the area, so you can check the images you want to use. You have the if I want to work on this area, I'll pick the image of 2003, I'll pick the image of 2007, I'll pick the image of 2014, and I'll pick the image of 2020 or 2021. I have these images, and then I can download them and use them to check the changes taking place. Then I can now use my Epic Collect data to go and check each of these buildings and see what happened there. Who are the people living there? What are the socioeconomic characteristics of the occupants? What are the kind of land use is taking place there? Is it commercial? Is it residential? These are necessary, and they will help us in making right decision about the future. The next lecture, because I want to keep this video short, I will take us briefly to how you can download Epic Collect. Now you have seen how you can get the images, different ages, different years of images, and then you'll be able to use this Google Earth to know the kind of image you will download. You can now go to USGS, uh, United States Geological Survey Center, where you can download Landsat image free. Glovis data are available for free download, but you use this one to identify the years of data you will need. So quickly we go to Google Earth again, we go to Chrome again, and then this time around, you want to check, you want to download API Collect. API Collect. If you don't have it, but if you have it already, you just go to login. But if you don't have it, you go to API Collect 5 and then you can download. Once you download, the users, the enumerators can go to the field to download to collect data on their Android or iPhone or any other phone that has internet connectivity, and then they can come in with their data. I'm going to introduce us to the data collection platform that I have. So because I've downloaded and I've registered, then I can go to my data platform. I can go to my data platform, and as they are collecting the data from the feed, it registers directly on my system, because once I give the access code to the enumerators who will go to the field with their Android, my data, let me log in. I've already logged in. So my project, you can create a project. If you want to create a project, the next lecture I'm going to show you how to create your project. But let's look at some of my projects that are already there. So I have UFMP ESHS checklist. I have another one. I have project monitoring. I have another one. These are projects. And as the enumerators or data collectors are working on the feed, I'm getting the data automatically here. Let me just open one of the view, one of the data I have. So as this data has 6,494 entries. If I want to view the data, I view the data, you can view it in Excel format, you can view it in, these are the data, the coordinate, the type of facilities, the land use, the address, as they are collecting. As they are collecting, we have 100 enumerators on the field. As they collect the data come straight on to your database. And you have database and you can connect, because the coordinate of these buildings, they can go to each of the buildings to ask for what happened. When was it built? How many households are living there? What is the name of the household head? You can have all of them. What is the type of land use? Is it mixed uses? Is it residential? Is it commercial? Any other thing like that. So when you collect this data, you can now come back to the field and use this data to check, to use when you are doing change analysis. Because previously we have been doing change analysis blindly, using blind change analysis. But we want to look at the factors responsible for change analysis by this kind of data set. Thank you for listening. Please can subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified when any of our video comes out. Thank you so much.